Hi everyone, my name is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, where you can find me at on Instagram or on Facebook, and Sleepy Wisdom I am on YouTube. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com. It's raining outside. What else is new? I don't think we're going to get much of a summer somehow this year. Anyway, that's okay. We are supposed to be, according to the paleontologists, we are supposed to be moving into a mini ice age. Would certainly feel like it, I tell you, at the moment. Anyway, Eight of Swords we have. This is for the masculine that we're reading at the moment. Where's the masculine at? Oh, it would appear that the masculine is moving into higher frequency energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Starting to move into higher frequency energies. Of course, not far behind the feminine energies. Because we're moving, there's now, nothing for it. We have to actually move and shift into these higher frequencies. And so if the masculine energies are dragging their asses, they're going to have to be shifted pretty quickly into these high frequency energies. And of course, that is happening via the feminine energies, of course, to the only way through is to balance out both of these energies and come into balance within, as within, so without. And that's where our balance will come in our outer world as we begin to balance these energies within. Yeah, so that's where he's moving at the moment. We have the Eight of Swords, which is, in the past, he's felt very trapped, of course, in these darker energies, and those also too, those dark night of the soul energies where he's had to go down very deep and look at the shadow that has presided over his life for quite some time, with lies, deceit, self-deceit, lies to self, and also then, of course, and the shadow is also, as he's lied to himself, he's also not faced the shadow, but has been forced in the past to, just in the recent past, to face the shadow and to go down very, very deep. Well, he's now beginning to come out of those energies and move into lighter, higher frequency energies. There is nothing for it. The earth is shifting, the world is shifting, the cosmos is shifting on every level, on every frequency level. We're shifting from one frequency to another frequency, a different octave on that frequency band width. And so the masculine has no choice now but to give up, let go, let God, and also to recognize God for what God is and move into a completely different way of being. One that is not, it's a requiring of self to let go and surrender to all that is, to God, however that looks for you. So it's about literally letting go and being unafraid to let go of fear, let go of anything that has kept the masculine back in those 3D matrix energies. It's now time to let go of the crumbling cliff face, because pretty much the cliff face has fallen. I feel like the masculine has actually let go and is falling. He's in free fall at the moment. And in that free fall, he's recognizing that the only way is to allow death, a death of fear, to come into his being. And as he's free falling, that's exactly what is happening. There is no real time for fear. It's because death is imminent, and I think right now he's facing those death energies. But of course, those death energies will propel him into a much lighter more loving sense of being. And will then shift him into a completely different frequency band. Yeah. So in the advice here, he has the Seven of Swords, which of course the Seven of Swords can be strategy, but can also mean deception. And in this position, I would actually say in his advice, it is let go of any type of feelings of strategy or deception or anything, lies, deception. Let go of all of it. You need to, because basically the truth now is going to start to occur, to come out. It's going to, it's as he's had to let go as the male, the masculine energies have had to let go of the 3D matrix world. He's also had to let go of ego, had to let go of lies, deception, in where he's actually had to lie to himself and not look at his shadow self. And so the shadow has, of course, through ego, controlled his life. As you know, as within, so without, as we've noticed in the patriarchal world that we've been living in this 3D matrix world, it has been all based on lies, deceit, and ego in the form of debauchery and all sorts of lower level based frequency energies. So now, as this old world is beginning to crumble and fall within the masculine, that will also occur in our outer world, as for a millennia now we have been based in those masculine, inverted, distorted masculine energies of the patriarchal system. But now he's beginning to move out of that. We have the Eight of Wands here, which is about, the Six of Wands, sorry, not the Eight of Wands. The Six of Wands is about victory and coming into his own, into the world. So we've gone full circle now, moving out of one world structure into this newer bandwidth frequency where this new world is beginning. So the masculine is doing very, very well. We're going to really begin to see the fall of the old world structure as the patriarchal system begins to fall, as the masculines also have to face their own death and their own death of self, death of identity, loss of identity, and then let go and move into these higher frequencies. I've actually noticed a lot of the masculines that hold this greater amount of frequency just recently really rail against the higher frequencies that are trying to come in and trying to cling trying to cling to that old world structure, trying to look at things and see things and try and see things as not trusting in faith or intuition at all. And it's like, if I can't see it, if there is no factual evidence before my eyes, then it doesn't exist, and I refuse to look at anything unless there is proof within in front of me. That doesn't wash anymore, guys. Sorry. The reason why it doesn't wash anymore is because we've been in the patriarchal system, in these inverted energies. We've been led away from our intuition. We've been led away from our autonomy and having to think and feel things for ourselves, to look at our natural world, to begin for it to tell us exactly, and for it to resonate within and have that connection to all that is, and connection to God's source, and to connection to the earth, for that to be able to be our guiding light. We have relied on peer review studies and other people's evidence that, that could have been well and truly paid for by someone with deceptive measures. And we've been taught to rely on what anybody else is telling us is factual and true, by maybe a piece of paper with lots of different people that have said, yes, I agree with this. It's bullshit. And the TV, it's bullshit. The TV, all our media is owned by one single corporation called BlackRock. They are telling you how to think and feel, and also the political structure that we've actually had, that has been forced upon us over the millennia. We've looked at that and gone, yes, it is our political governments that, that we've put all our trust and faith in somebody else to tell us what is true. It is the biggest load of shit out. And I'm telling you now, the masculines have to let go of that old world structure and start to go within and find their own source and their own truth within. And we're all part of this. I mean, we all have the masculine energies within all of us. So anybody that I'm actually projecting this out onto with the greater amount of masculine energies, if I'm also seeing it without, then I've also got to look at that within. So I'm asking every single one of us to go within and find where we are still clinging on to those old world matrix ideas that have no relevance anymore and no substance in truth at all. This is where we need to go. We need to become autonomous beings, and we need to remove ourselves from that matrix world that is telling us what to do at any given moment. We must go within. We must also have a connection to source, our source within ourselves, source within Gaia and anything, our natural world. We need to begin to see, to reconnect with our natural world. Go into nature, do whatever we have to do. If you are still looking at the earth structure as being able to be fixed by a political system, then I don't know what to tell you. Then I really don't know what to tell you, because right now it's about removing yourself from that total 3D matrix inverted world of shite that has been put upon us for a millennia. And it's time to go within, find your own truth of who you are as an individual and as an entity on this earth plane that is connected to source, that is connected to all that is, and is connected to Gaia, the mother, and to Father Sun. This is the natural world that we need to reconnect to. So yeah, that's all I have for you this week. We'll see you next week. Okay. So yes, if you haven't already, just hit like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Okay, bye for now.